Hello and welcome to week 1 of our summer flexibility series. Today is hips and hamstrings, which I feel is a perfect beginner's class for our 12-week series because we're not forcing anything. We're here to start and we're here to create space in our body to allow our body to open and become more flexible. A lot of the time we don't realize that tightness that we're feeling is actually from tension or stress or guarding and being protective within our bodies. It's not actually short muscles. So we allow our body to soften before we ask it to lengthen. We're not forcing flexibility, but we're reconnecting with ourselves gently and consistently. Good things to have on hand with you as we move through this 12-week series is a set of blocks. If you have them, they will be a great little support for you as we move through the series, as well as a strap or any sort of strap that you can use. This will actually help bring you in a little bit closer. This will be a great little aid for, say, some of our forward folds or anything else that you may need this particular prop to help set you up for success. So welcome to week 1, hips and hamstrings. Let's get into it. We're gonna start softening our body first. We're gonna release all that tension. So if you are using a block, this is a great opportunity to prop the hips up onto a block. We're tilting the pelvis forward, allowing any stress or strain off that lower back. We're lengthening up through the spine. Our shoulders are coming up, back, and down, releasing them down away from the ears. Rest the palms onto the knees and take a nice deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Deep breath in. And let it all go. Exhale. 2 more rounds on your own. And as you're exhaling, I want you to release your shoulders down. Let go of any tension that you're holding on to throughout the body. Release the jaw. Maybe allow the tongue to relax in the mouth. A good indicator that we're a little stressed or hanging on to tension is we will force our tongue up to the roof of our mouth, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. So today, just be mindful of where you might be holding your tension. Take a nice deep breath in one more time. And release. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls, up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Moving gently, being aware of how we're feeling in the body. One more time. Drop the shoulders down. And now tighten them up. Bring them up to your ears. Tension, tension, tension. Let it go. Drop them down. One more time. Tension, 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 tension. Drop it down. Ooh, it feels good. One more time. Tension, tension, tension. Hold everything in and drop it down. Ooh, letting it go. Let that tension go. We're getting flexible this summer and we're getting rid of all that tension and stress that we hang on to. We're just throwing it out. Good time. Let's release the hips back down onto the mat. Just move the blocks out of the way. Lengthen up. Inhale, arms come up high to the sky. Exhale, we side bend over to the left. Rolling open, looking up to the sky. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, maybe we go a little bit deeper. We want to make sure those sit bones are firmly planted on the mat. We're not bending over like this. We're firm on the mat, and we're only going as far as our body will allow us to. When you inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, maybe you go a little bit deeper. If you're having trouble breathing, you've gone way too far. You should be able to breathe comfortably in this side bend, getting a nice stretch down that side body. Inhale, come on back up to center. Exhale, head on over to that right side. Same thing, rolling open towards the sky. keeping the sit bones down, firmly pressing into the mat. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, maybe we go a little deeper. Still being able to breathe normally. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Come on back up to center. Release the palms back down onto the mat. Beautiful. Coming down, hands come under the shoulders, knees under the hips for our tabletop. As we warm up the spine with our cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, belly button comes in. Push the mat away. Allow some space to open between the shoulder blades. Inhale, come on back, arch that back. Exhale, round. Moving with the breath. Couple more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. On your next breath in, meet back at a tabletop neutral position. We're going to start with some light rolls, just moving the body around, arching, kind of like a cat-cow while you kind of spin around, a little bit of circles. Just moving, maybe go in the opposite direction. This just gives our whole body a nice little wake up. We feel it in our side body, our lower back, our arms, our wrists, our hips. Come on back to a neutral position. We're going to thread that left arm underneath for thread the needle. Hips stay high. Maybe rest the side of the face down onto the mat. Lengthen out that right arm. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. And out. Very gently push yourself back up. Thread the needle on the other side. Right arm comes down and underneath. Hips stay high. Lengthen out that left arm. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Very gently push yourself back up. Back to our tabletop. Let's do some leg mobility circles here. We're just opening up the leg and doing a light circle. Warming up that hip joint. Opposite direction. Maybe you're doing little circles, maybe you're doing bigger circles, whatever feels right to you. Other side. Opposite direction. And back down to our tabletop. Release the hips back down for a nice child's pose. Take a nice big deep breath in here. Nice deep breath out. Roll on up. We're going to tuck our toes under for downward facing dog. We're going to tuck our toes under for downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet, waking up the legs, the hamstrings, the calves, pedaling out the feet, moving in any way that you need to move that feels good to you. And then if you can, very gently press the heels down towards the mat. If they don't touch, that is okay. We're working on it. Take a nice deep breath in your downward dog. We're looking between the shins with nice soft eyes. On your next breath in, very gently walk the hands back towards the ankles, folding forward over the legs. Just hanging here. Nice micro bend in the knees. Maybe we sway side to side. Very gently, we're going to ragdoll roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, stacking everything on top of each other. Shoulders come up, back and down, palms are forward, lengthen up through the spine for mountain. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. Let's walk to the top of the mat for a round of sun salutation. We do our sun salutation to build some heat in the body, wake everything up. Inhale, lengthen the arms up overhead. Exhale, we forward fold, keeping a nice bend in those knees. Inhale, we walk the hands up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release the hands onto the mat, step back to a plank from the toes or the knees. Exhale, lower down all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back to our downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Nice deep breath in and nice deep breath out. Pressing back the heels. Whew. On your next inhale, we're going to lengthen that left leg back behind you for 3-legged down dog. Come on forward for a nice low lunge with that left leg. Dropping the back knee onto the mat. This is a great opportunity to grab your blocks. Place them on either side of that front foot, keeping the knee in line with your ankle. Lengthen the back foot out onto the mat, and we're just going to pulse ever so gently forward. As you inhale, come back, exhale, we pulse forward. And this is where we begin to open the fronts of the hips here. Inhale, keep a nice breath going. We don't want to exert ourselves. There we go. We're just moving. Take a nice deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, maybe look forward, lengthen up. Exhale, we're going to transition back to our half split. Now you can walk the blocks back with you. And we're just folding into our half split here. Getting a nice stretch into those hamstrings, the whole back of that leg there. Now we're going to do a dynamic move. This is one of my very favorites for our hips and our hamstrings here. So as you inhale, walk forward into our lunge. Exhale, walk back to our half split. When you meet in your half split, you want to fold forward over that leg, really grounding that front heel into the mat there. Toes, foot is flexed, toes are up towards the ceiling. And we just dynamically move between our lunge and back to our split. Forward and back and forward and back. Next time you come forward, move the blocks out of the way, hands come to mat, energize back into that back leg. And we're going to step back to our downward facing dog. Take one deep breath in your downward dog. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lengthen up that right leg back behind you for our three-legged down dog. And step that right leg up to the top of the mat, releasing that back leg out onto the floor. Same dynamic movement here. Bring in your blocks if you are using them. And right now we're going to start with some nice light pulses, opening up that left hip. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Just pulsing ever so gently, listening to our body. There shouldn't be any pain whatsoever here. Just the feeling of opening up. On your next inhale, lengthen, we look forward. Exhale, transition back, walk the blocks to your half split. Inhale to lengthen. You can exhale and fold deeper into that half split, really getting in that nice stretch down the back of that right leg. Let's try our dynamic movement here. We walk forward and we walk back. Walk forward and we walk back. Two more times. Come on back up. Now option, if you'd like to try a full split here, you are more than welcome to. If you are like me and you can't quite get into a full split yet, you can heel toe that front foot up to the top, and you can use your blocks as support underneath to sort of assess where you are in your full split there. Hips are turned towards the top of the mat, nice and parallel there. Now I am still at the top. I have never been able to obtain a full split, but it has always been on my list of something I would like to try. Now see, I am still up at least one block on a medium setting, and that is okay. We will be trying this again throughout the series. I'm going to try the other side. So very gently heel toe that foot up. Use your blocks. Your blocks are there to help. And try the other side. Same thing. It's best to start in that half split. Heel toe that front foot up. Use your blocks. And release. Let's see where we're at here. There we go. See? So I'm not completely right there yet, but we're working on it. We are where we are, and that's okay. There are some yoga teachers that are so incredibly flexible. It's amazing, but it's okay. We're not there yet. Not everyone will get there, and that's okay too. We are just working with what we have, what feels good in our bodies. If you tried your full split, now's a good time to come on out. Let's heel toe that foot back to the middle there. Release the blocks out onto the side. Bring that foot back. We're going to tuck our toes under and lift our hips high for downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in Nice deep breath out. Walk the hands back towards the feet, folding forward over the legs. And then very gently ragdoll roll all the way back to the top. Shoulders come back and down. Beautiful. There we go. Let's come to about the middle of our mat, and we're going to start working into those hamstrings there. So we're going to start with our wide-legged forward fold. So we're going to step the feet wide apart, and we're going to lengthen up through the spine. Hands can come to the hips. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, we fold forward over those legs, keeping a nice micro bend in our knee. Option to plant the hands out in front of you or use your blocks. Now, this is a great opportunity to heel toe those feet just a little bit wider apart as we fold forward into our forward fold. Keep the knees, don't lock those knees. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we fold forward. Take a nice deep breath in. And this is a great opportunity to, if you want to move the blocks out of the way, you just let gravity do the work. Just allow gravity to pull you down towards the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. Your hands are wherever they are most comfortable, on the blocks, on the floor. Maybe you don't use your hands. Maybe your hands are still on your hips. You kind of challenge your balance there, but only do it if you are completely steady. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel that stretch down the backs of the legs into the inner thighs. Take a nice deep breath in. And release. On your next inhale, let's walk the hands over to that right ankle. Getting a nice deep stretch down that right leg. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. On your next breath, walk the hands over to your left. Fold forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. If that's too much, come on back to center and fold forward. Whew. Feels good. Inhale, come on back up. Use your hands as support or your blocks. Heel toe the feet in. Hands come back to hips and come on back up. Good job. Maybe shake it out. Shake out the legs a little bit. That was a really nice deep stretch for the back of the legs. Shake it out. Shake it out. There we go. All right, we're going to go into our Malasana Yogi squat here is our next one. So we're going to start with kind of like a frog leg pump sort of thing. So let's have the feet about shoulder width distance apart, lengthen up through the spine, and then fold forward over your legs. Now, this is a great opportunity to kind of heel toe the legs out just ever so slightly. We're not going as far as our wide-legged forward fold. And then we're just going to kind of come down into a squat. Come back up. Toes are kind of tracking out on a little bit of an angle. They're not completely forward, kind of like 45 degrees. Sit back into a squat. Come back up. Only go as far as you can. Out and in. Squat and up. Squat and up. Now we are going to go into our full Malasana yogi squat. So this is a good opportunity to use a block to sit on it. So you come on down and you can sit on your block if you need to. Make sure it's nice and steady. Then you're going to press open the hips. Press open the hips. Hands are in front. Take a nice deep breath in. Lengthen up through the spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Hand out. Option to stay there. Or maybe you release the block and you come down without the block into our Malasana yogi squat. Pressing open the legs. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Challenging our balance there in our yogi squat. If you're still seated, that's okay. Bring the hands back to the mat and come on back up to your forward fold. Good job. Hands can come to hips. Very gently rise on back up. Good job. Ooh, you really feel that one right in our hip flexors here, right here. So maybe we just shake it out, move side to side. There we go. Feeling that really nice stretch into those hips. We're releasing the hips. All right, let's find ourselves seated back onto our mat. It's time to come on down and do our groundwork. We're going to start here seated. Lengthen the legs out in front of you. We're going to do our seated forward fold toe test. And we'll do a toe test in every single week of the summer flexibility series so that you can kind of gauge your progress. And I absolutely love that. When I first started my journey, I could not touch my toes. I was here, and that's okay. But now we've been able to get a little further and you can kind of gauge how you're doing. Something as simple as touching your toes. So this is a great opportunity to use your strap. You can loop your strap around the bottom of the feet there. We're going to inhale, lengthen up through the spine. And as you exhale, keeping a nice micro bend in those knees, you're going to fold forward over the legs. Now, if you're using your strap, that's okay. If you're back here, that's okay. If you're not using your straps and you can grab onto the bottoms of the feet, that's fantastic. Take a nice deep breath in. Lengthen up as you inhale. Fold deeper as you exhale. Getting a nice deep stretch down the back of the body there. Now, if you really need a challenge, you could always take a block, plop it at the bottom of your feet there, kind of like you're stepping onto your block, and you can reach for the bottom of the block. Now, if you can reach for the bottom of the block and you kind of meet yourself where you're at, you will feel a nice stretch down the back of those hamstrings. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Make sure you're not holding on to any tension. Check in with the jaw, check in with the tongue, check in with the shoulders. We want to stay soft so that we can open. Come on back up. Release all your props back out onto the sides of the mat. And we are going to come down for our closing practice onto our back. Actually, it's a good idea to have your strap somewhere close because we are going to use our strap one more time. So come on down to the back. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. We're going to pick our left leg up and we're going to cross it over the right for a reclined figure 4. And we're just going to almost butterfly out that left knee there, that left leg. Flex the foot to protect the knee. And we're just opening up that hip ever so gently. Now you can stay here or option, lengthen up that opposite leg up towards the sky. This is where you can use your strap over top of that foot and you just work the leg closer towards you, getting a nice stretch into that left hip there. Beautiful. Light pulses. Keeping a nice bend in that knee. We never lock our knees. Release the left leg out. And then we pull in that right leg, getting a nice stretch down the back of the leg there into the hamstrings, into the calves. If you don't need a strap, you can always grab onto the back of the leg and pull it in towards you. Release the leg back out onto the floor. And we're going to do the same thing, other side. So pick up that right leg, cross it over the left, butterfly out the hip. Flex the foot. Whew. I am feeling those hips. I think it was those Malasana yogi squats. They're a good one. There we go. Pick up the legs. Use that strap if you need to. Ooh, can we reach? And very gently work that left leg up and in. Nice stretch into the hips. Feeling it down those hamstrings. Release that leg out back onto the floor and then bring the left leg up and in, keeping that micro bend in the knee, getting a nice stretch down the back of the leg. Remembering to breathe. We're not holding our breath. And release that foot back onto the floor. There we go. Now we're done with our strap. Let's come into a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet come to touch. Pulling the feet in. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. Option to stay here, or maybe we release the legs. The soles of the feet turn up towards the sky for happy baby, where we pull the feet down, getting a nice stretch into those hips. Happy baby. It's one of my favorite poses. It's a nice pose to just move around, sway side to side, get a little playful in. Take a nice deep breath in and out. If you're not already in butterfly, come on back to our butterfly. Close up the legs. We're going to release the left leg out onto the floor. Hug that right knee in And we're gonna bring that knee across the body. Shoulder blades are firmly planted on the back of the mat for a nice supine twist there. Maybe look towards those opposite fingertips. Look at those beautiful fingers. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Come on back up to center. Release that right leg out onto the floor. Hug that left knee in. We're gonna hug, 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 and bring it across the body, twisting over to that right side. Shoulder blades are not lifting up off the mat whatsoever. Maybe look towards those left fingertips. Take a nice deep breath in. A nice deep breath out. Come on back up to center. Stretch the arms up overhead, maybe windshield wipe the knees side to side, releasing the front of the hips. Flex those feet. Oh yeah. Lengthen, lengthen. Lengthen the legs out onto the mat. Stretch, big stretch from head to toe. As we wind down for our Shavasana, final relaxation. Just allow the feet to release out to the side, the hands, the palms are facing up, everything is just relaxed naturally. We're not holding on to tension. We're just allowing our body a few minutes to soak up all the work we did to soften and all the work we did to open and lengthen out the hips and the hamstrings. Release the jaw, the tongue. Take a deep breath in. And ever so softly let it go. You did such a wonderful job today. Thank you so much for joining me for hips and hamstrings. Again, take a nice deep breath in and out. Maybe set an intention today. Whatever it is, we're softening. We're letting everything go. We're letting go of whatever no longer serves us. Just get it out of there. When you're ready, invite a little bit of movement back into those fingertips, back into those toes. Start to move the body. Roll on over to one side. And very gently press yourself up back to the middle of the mat, meeting seated. Whew. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, we forward fold in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for week 1 of our summer flexibility series. I hope this was helpful. If you haven't already, head on over to my Instagram and hit that follow button, because there will be little tips and tricks, little key movements, and a few little tidbits and seedlings spreaded here and there throughout the week of our hips and hamstrings. I do recommend doing a few of these movements throughout the week if you do want to see some progress. It is a practice, so you do have to practice at least 3 times a week. If you do it once, I mean, that is still wonderful and you are still going to have some benefits. But absolutely, if your goal is to become more flexible, I do recommend doing the key movements or a few of these movements a couple times a week. And then as we progress through the series, you will start to notice some real results. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I cannot wait to see you in week 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am here. I am so excited to be on this journey with you, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.